Welcome back to another map first impressions video. Today we're going to take a look at a map called Clover Creek. Found this map over at modhoster.com and the link to the map is in the description below. Now this map, when I first opened it up, I discovered had a very interesting little bug to it in that you start out with $5 million and if you save the game and exit and come back into the map, you now have $10 million. And basically every time you exit the game and reopen the map, you have another $5 million in the bank. So that can kind of distract from the actual gameplay, obviously racking in all that dough so quickly. So I discovered where the bug was, and with the help of Farmer John over at Delta Bravo Productions Discord channel, he was able to get me some code to basically fix the little bug. And in the description, I also have a link to my Google Drive. And in the Google Drive is a fixed modmap.lua file. And if you want to play this map and you want to fix the little bug so that you don't end up with trillions of dollars after just a few openings of the game, then just replace the modmap.lua that's in the Clover Creek map file with the one that's in my Google Drive. And when you start the map, you'll have $5 million on any difficulty level. And next time you open the map, you will not get another additional 5 million. So this map is a conversion from FS15, and it's really a cool map. It has lots of interesting things that I haven't seen on other maps, and is really set up to be played hard. And you'll see why once I get into the map. But when you download the zip file, you'll need to unzip that, and there are 4 mods in the zip file. One of them is the map itself, and the other 3 all relate to augers that you will need to also have in the map file or in the mods list. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to pick the Jeep because this is a 4X map, so we want something with a little bit more speed to it. And I'm going to show you what mods you need to basically pick or when you load up this map so you get the full functionality. First one you're going to need is the backhoe grain belts. Okay. Next one you're going to need is the Brant auger. Okay. And of course the map itself, Clover Creek, right here. And then the Sandusky auger. Let's look for that. And all of these are in the zip file that you download when you download the map over at modhoster.com. Yeah, I know I could have taken out all the other mods and just had those 4. So we're going to go ahead and load up the map. Let's take a look at the log. You can ignore this one little warning that relates to a different map that I've got loaded up. And there you go. We've loaded up the map. It loads very fast. Let's go ahead and jump on in. You can see we start with $5 million starting cash. Let's take a look at the map itself. So one of the interesting things about this map is you see all of these white lines basically form circles around various things. And when I first looked at the PDA, I was a little confused as to what the heck all that was. Then I started looking at the field icons to buy the fields, and I was like, what the heck's going on? Because like here we have field 12 is here, but these fields aren't defined, they're not numbered. And I'm like, oh, this map is messed up. I really had high hopes for this map. Here we have 6 on top of the cow farm, or this is the pigs, I think. We have 11 here on just in the middle of nothingness by the cow farm. So after I looked at this a little bit more, I realized that what these circles represented was areas that you can buy. So, for example, up here, if we pick this, field 1 is this entire squared area. And within that squared area, there are 5 fields. Well, technically 7 if you count these green strips, grass strips. Any field that we have a crop in now, so field 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, and 15 are individual fields that you can buy and they have missions. Okay, any field that doesn't have a crop in it in this screen right here is not a field that you can buy individually, but is a collection, is a part of a collection of fields or farms. So for example, field 11, let's just jump to it. We go to buy it. It's 98.5 hectares. It's almost $8 million. But what are you actually getting? Well, you are buying the cow farm. Okay, so you're buying the cow farm that's up here, and we'll go look at that in a little bit. And you're buying, back to this, you're buying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 arable fields and 2 large grass strips, possibly 4 grass strips if this road cuts in between them, for your cow operations. So for $8 million, you get a farm with 8 fields and 4 grass areas. Here, field, I was a little figure out where the icons. Field 12 is 149 hectares and $12 million. Well, what do you get? You're getting 1, 2, 3 giant fields. I don't necessarily know if there's a field, if there's a farm on this. It's just 3 giant fields. Go across the road here. This is field 7 technically. A nice couple animated horses. And it's 76.85 hectares, $6.2 million. But we are getting 1, 2, 3 fields, 2 arable fields and a big grass field, and what looks like a kind of a farm, a horse farm. Okay. And on the farms, and we're going to explore all of this stuff in a moment. But on this farm, if you buy this, you've got some storage sheds, got silo around here somewhere, fuel point, nice good horsies. So there's probably going to be a grain bin around here somewhere. Maybe not. Now I've said, of course, there's going to be a grain bin. Now there's not a grain bin. Any rate, you get the point that basically you're buying. Oh, there they are over there. Silly me. Got to look around a little better. So we have 2 grain bins here. Okay, this is an American map. We have an American grain bins here. See, one grain bin has a spout out, and the other one doesn't. So one is decoration, one is functional. Okay, so the one that has this spout is the actual functional bin. Let's hit F5 so we can see a little bit here. We have a trigger right here. It's the output trigger. And up at the very top, try to get to a point where we can see the contrast of the square a little better. Hoping you can see that square right there on my monocle is the trigger or the fill. So the way you would work this is you would need the, let's see what this one is. You'd either need the auger. Let's go ahead and lease this and take a look at it. It's a shop. Let's lease this one. It's a shop. And let's go to belts. Let's get this. It's a shop. Let's just jump to the shop. Get rid of this. So as you can see, I entered the Sandusk, which is right here. Hear that? Let's start it. See, can I move it? I can move it. Let me move it around here. I'm gonna see if we can tilt it up, fold it in, pipe it out. So what this does is this is an auger that you would put at the grain bin out point. Let me turn this off. To then empty the grain bin into your wagon trailer. Same thing goes with this one. Turn it on. This one doesn't have a motor that actually makes any noise. Steer it around, get it up underneath the the auger out of the bin. Put your trailer under here and fill it up. Now this one, this would go. This one's a bit more complex. I think I can move this one. Actually has any. Can't move this after you have to move this with a tractor. But the way this one works is you tip into the belt. The belt goes up into here. This then goes into here, and then this belt, and this would be basically angled all the way up. Let's see, can we do this? So you would position this at the very top of the grain bin, and it would then dump into the grain bin, and that's how you would store your grain. So these are on a few other maps, most notably the UMRV map, the Upper Mississippi River Valley map, that I've been doing play series on. So there is a, and I'll put a link in the description. There's the guys that did the UMRV map did a video on basically how to use these. It can be a little confusing, a little cumbersome, but quite frankly, I'm looking forward to the challenge of using these on this map and on UMRV itself. All right, so now that we've dealt with just kind of the general overview, let's just get back, focus, and get on with our show here. So this map has our standard crop types, and we own 0 fields. We own nothing, no land at all at the start. You have to buy everything, and that's kind of why you start with $5 million. Even to start with $5 million, the cheapest farm, I think, is the sheep farm. Nope. Chicken farm? Nope. Pig farm? Nope. This farm? There you go. Field 8. You can buy this field, this farm, for $5.8 million. That leaves you $200,000 to buy everything else. You get 1, 2, 4. You get 5 arable fields and 3 grass fields right from the get-go. Let's go ahead and let's just buy it, just for fun. Right? It's mine. I own it. So I now own all of this land in this white circle. And I have $200,000 left to buy all of my farm equipment. Because I start with nothing. What I start with is my pick-em-up truck. And it's pretty dirty because I can't even afford to wash it. So this is your career start point. Right here. What we were looking at when we opened the map. And we start with our pickup truck. That is it. So I don't really need to show you our starting equipment because that's it. Go ahead and lease up our pickup truck, or our, I want to pick a color. So I got some wonderful comments, some wonderful individuals about how wonderful color the brown Jeep was that I bought one time. So I'm going to buy that one. So at any rate, we have no fields from the start, $5 million to buy whatever you want, and basically start out however you want to start. Obviously, you start with no crops in the silo because you don't start with any silos. There are 4 main sell points, on the map. Sell point for wool, which is good, since we have sheep on the map. There is no BGA on this map, which is not uncommon. I don't really know of any BGA in America. There may be some out west. There may be some in the Midwest, but where I'm at in the East Coast, I've never heard of such a thing, a biogas plant. Never heard of it. The idea of selling silage at a biogas plant, never heard of it. So we start with our pickup truck. So we leased all of this stuff to kind of demonstrate it. We start with $5 million. There we go. We bought our fields. And we have no animals. Obviously, we don't start with any animals because we don't own these farms. If we want to run sheep, we've got to basically buy farm in order to have the sheep. I mean, I assume that we could buy sheep and stick them in here, but we wouldn't be able to technically work any of the land around it. Just going to go ahead and take out a loan just to do that very same thing, buy sheep, cows, and pigs. And our silo has a storage capacity of 2.25 million liters. So 2,250,000 liters. All right. Let's get to our store. Store it. Don't jump to the store because you're going to be stuck inside the building. Look at our pretty... pretty Jeep. Might be the new Jeep I have to get every time I do a video. I want to hook this up and move it out of the way. And see if I could... There we go. That's how you raise it up. Turn it on, you put your pipe out. Go. Can't. Out of the way. Just for the purposes of demonstrating this. This. Put this here. Up on it more. That. You get in here. Turn it on. This one, I think. Turn. That's how it works. Okay. Alright, so let's get on with our tour. So we start here at the shop, might as well, right? West Central Equipment, and in looking at this map and digging through some of the map files, I think this map is supposed to be centered around Pennsylvania. So that's pretty cool. Pennsylvania is close to where I'm at. I know some Farm Sim YouTube folks that are in Pennsylvania, so they would probably be interested in this map. So Field 3 has missions because it has crops in the field. Let's just explore the map by running over here to Field 4. Looks like we have a cell point over here, or a couple cell points. Field 8 is beside us, that whole area, that whole farm. So to that extent, since that whole area wrapped in white, the white line, is field 8. Hired help probably isn't going to work so great on this map. And the reason is because the field definition for field 8 is that entire white area. If you simply hire a helper, they're going to try to work that entire white area. So this map, if you want to use a hired helper, you're probably going to need to use courseplay. And to use courseplay, you're going to have to go in and you're going to have to define your own or work everything. So here we are. This is a sell point. There's a sign around here somewhere. This is the Farm Bureau Co-op, Clover Creek. It's grain storage and sales, chemical, fertilizer, seeds, and livestock supply. Let's take a look around. So this is obviously where we are going to be getting some things. I'm not really sure what this is. I hadn't really tested this stuff out. This looks like lime, but of course we don't use lime. This looks like manure. I don't know if you can buy manure here or what. I didn't really test that. This appears to be obviously a scale. And have a fill point for liquid fertilizer. Over here. Just a shed over here. Nice animated doors. Got a exhaust pipe there to vent out any vehicle exhaust that you might have in the building. Probably a dump grate somewhere. Here we go. So here's the dump grate for your sell point. Store. Trigger for something. Have an opportunity to run around and check this out. This whole area is a little bit confusing to me because there are, as you can see, triggers at each of these spots, but I don't necessarily know what they do. I guess I could do this. Be just why do I need to play? I don't know what this does. Well, let's figure it out, right? So we'll be back. There where you can sell manure and slurry. Like how that one tree is falling over into the creek. I say creek because we can drive through this and we won't lose our vehicle. Watch me do that. You can drive through this, so it's not a river, not a lake or anything deep enough that would drown us. Or just driving through it willy-nilly. Let's get up here to the shop. Let's buy up that tipper and let's go figure out what in the heck that place does. Now we're driving through field 3. This field also has missions, as does the field across away from the shop. Alright. Let's go figure out what this thing does. Oh, I love this truck. My new favorite color. And I've been playing too much Churn Valley. I'm driving on the wrong side of the road. So I really like this map overall. and kind of am considering it for a potential series. This map is not seasons prepared, and I'll need to verify that here in a moment, but I'm pretty sure it's not. Pretty sure I looked and it didn't have the required files. So let's figure out what this thing does. Well, we got fertilizer out of that, right? Let's dump that out. Get out of here. It's fertilizer again. It's costing us money when we buy that. Oh, we can buy manure. That is a manure buy point. That's pretty expensive manure, too. Buy a whole thing of manure. See what that's going to cost us. $8,000, 8,000 liters of manure. Oh, it's only $282. That's not too bad. Steering wheel's turned and I'm trying to keyboard drive. Cause issues. So let's go over here and come on. Go over here and dump it in the sell point. See how much money we get back from manure purchase. Stuck. I don't like when that camera grabs it then. Then we got to go inside that building and buy something and see what that does. Alright, so we had $282. Now let's see what this gets us. Ha 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 ha, look at that. You can make money by buying manure and taking it across the street and selling it. And that's great. Love it. Love it. Exploit. And that's seed. Okay, so we can buy seed. We can buy manure. We can buy fertilizer. We can't sell seed there. All right. Let's get on with the program. Let's run across the top of this map and then we'll work our way counterclockwise and finish at our farm 8 that we bought. So let's zoom all the way out and just kind of take a look around. As with some other American maps that we've seen as of late, we have paved roads and then we have gravel, kind of a pea gravel texture on some other roads. Got our power lines running along the map. We've got street lights. Got American speed limit signs. Uh-oh, we're coming into town. We got a slower speed limit. Clover Creek. Welcome to Clover Creek. Creek seems to be a residential area. Lots of houses, kind of spread out, not really densely populated. Agway. Now, Agway isn't anything. Agway would be cool if it was a buy point for something. Got the Clover Creek on the water tower. That's a pretty nice detail. Muffin Shop is a buy point for eggs. Sell our eggs here at the Muffin Shop. basketball court. Riser grain. So here is a cell point. This looks like an old grain elevator type warehouse or cell point. Back in Maryland, where I grew up, we had a structure that looked very much like this. That was a couple small towns over. That the farmers would kind of take their grain to and sell, and they would then take the grain and take it down to Baltimore and kind of co-op sell it as a kind of a, instead of all the farmers driving their grain down to Baltimore, they would take it there, sell it, and then kind of collectively they would then take all the grain down to Baltimore, bigger trucks. Let's go ahead and check out basically what is Field 1 up here, or we'll call it Farm 1. Might as well identify these as Farm 1, Farm 2, and such forth. Turn on in the drive here. I like how lots of these farms are similar, but they're not all identical. Our farmhouse, we've got some building sheds here. Wish these harvest store silos did something other than just be decoration. They're just here to be decoration. Take a look. So we've got our big mechanical vehicle shed here. Have our got some vehicle storage here. Just a barn, nothing really much going on here. There are no animals at this particular farm. Most of this is just decorative. Loft up here, it's kind of cool. A barn just like this at home too. Didn't have the side wing on it, but it looked just like this. Was white. Bottom would be where the cows were, and the top was a hayloft. Put tons of hay in that every year. Literally tons of hay. Oh, we do have animated cows. Got an animated cow here on the farm. Not a lot, just what's going on. Of course, you've got your fields that are associated with this particular farm. That include arable and grass fields. And we've got our silo right here. So this is where we would store our grains if we owned this particular farm. And I like how this is laid out in kind of strips. See that on lots of farms. Oh, look at that. That was awesome. I just cleared the road. So, Farm 1 will buy you 5 arable fields and 2 grassy fields. Let's head on down here. There's a building down here. It's not a, what's this say? Roaring Spring, 7 miles. This is not really set up to be anything. It looks like just a kind of a distribution warehouse, maybe just a random industry. Oh, you could maybe set this up to be your milk sell point. There isn't, but if you wanted to put a milk sale placeable there, that would be a pretty cool place to do it. There's another farm or field that has missions on it. Field 5. Let's run over here. That particular structure right there is the animal dealer. This particular road is 50. We have Morrison Cove Livestock Auction. Oh. Go around here and check out. Got some static animals through here. Can't buy the buy trigger. Go. This is where we'll buy our animals if we want to deliver them ourselves or have them delivered. We could buy them there also. We could also use this building to store machinery. Sorry. Not animated. Thought they would be. Alrighty. Now, Farm 10, right here. We'll just follow this gravel road. I don't think this is a farm. I think this is just a collection of fields. And I'm looking off in the distance. I don't really see a farm, per se. So, 10 is just a collection of 1, 2, 3, 4 very large fields. And you can't work any of these fields until you buy all 4 of them. Up to the Steel Family Feed Mill. I like these signs. These signs are... There's another sign up there on the top. It says this is Farm Bureau Co-op. So there's your dump point for this particular buy point. Let's go down here. So the chicken farm is right there, but we're just going to go and follow the roads. Got a nice grouping of trees here in the middle of the field. I love these groups of trees because this is what it looks like. This is how the fields are in the East Coast. You'll have a field that for some odd reason has a giant grove of trees in the middle of it. Farmer's never decided to clear it out. He just leaves the grove of trees there. Provides a nice place of shade for you to go when you're working in a hot field. But you know, why would you clear it out? Just leave it there. Sometimes it's more effort to clear it out than it is to just leave it and work around it. So we're coming into the chicken farm, which is farm number 14. And this farm contains 2 large fields on either side of us. Okay. And these buildings up here. There's the chickens and the farmhouse. Have all big vehicle shed here. Got our harvest store silos again. Same barn building, just has been retextured. Glad that it's been retextured, that it's not the same building everywhere. Because every farm is going to be a little different. This guy likes this gray color. The other guy over there liked the white color. So here's our farm silo. One there doesn't have an outspout. It's just decoration. This one's the actual functional one with the triggers. Fuel. And just a little storage shed. I wonder if these are tip collisions. I wonder if that's what the plywood is supposed to represent. No, I don't think so. I'm not seeing it. Kind of plywood lined buildings there. Just another. I have a cow barn set up here. I wonder if there's animated cows around the corner. Look, we got horsies. Animated horse here. This particular farm. So I really hope that the chicken eggs aren't all over this place. That would be an evil, evil thing to do. I have the hardest time finding chicken eggs in grass like this. Not seeing any eggs, but that doesn't mean that they don't spawn here. You just haven't spawned in. You haven't been in the map long enough to have any spawn. So let me check something. Thinking about it. And I am extremely apologetic. I should have looked at this earlier. This map is verified, not seasons prepared. Now that does not mean you can't play this map with seasons. It simply means that when it snows, you'll only get one layer of snow. You won't get piles of snow on the map. 2, your bales will not rot if you leave them out in the rain. Since there's no snow mass, the seasons doesn't know what's inside and what is outside. So bales will not rot. You get caught with them out in the field and it rains. Lucky you. Brass bales will rot no matter what. That is a guarantee with seasons. But if you leave hay or straw out, it will not rot. Let's go ahead and let's roll on down here to the sheep farm. The sheep farm is farm number 16, and it consists of 4 fields and kind of a grassy area. Oh, what is this sign? Hickoryville, Woodbury, and Loysburg. It's back to the edge of the map. So here is the sheep farm. Johnson Brothers Custom Harvesting and Hauling. I think I've seen that logo, and I wonder if that lights up. That would be so cool if that sign lit up at night. I've seen that logo before, related to a different map. Can't recall the name of the map at the moment. Here we've got that same building from that other farm, Menards building. That's pretty cool. It's been different textured. A little loft up here. Got the same building, but different. It's the same, but looks different. I like it. I can deal with it. We got some machinery in here, but we don't have a customize or repair trigger. Oh, I thought I was at the sheep farm, but I'm at farm 17. So farm 17 has 1, 2, 3 fields, and the farm buildings here. I'm wondering why I didn't see any sheep here. So far we've seen 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 farms that you can buy. 4 distinct farms that you can buy. Good. That's the sheep farm over there. Okay. I think on this map there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's at least 10, 11. There's at least 11 individual farms that you could own on this map, should you so wish to own the whole stinking thing. Got a pole barn for fuel. The big vehicle shed. There's our functioning silo with the pipe out. A couple farmhouses at this particular farm. And here's our sheep feed pen. Barbed wire. So sheep are pinned up by the barbed wire. Hopefully it won't detract from the price of the wool. There's our grass trough. Opens up. Cool. Up. Out of here. Let's get out. Okay. Back. It's horsey. Still part of the sheep pen. Sheep pen extends right away. Very large sheep area. So let's see, where do we buy our sheeps at? That's the water, that's the feed trough. It's the water trough. Thinking. So here's where we buy our sheep. There's our sheeps. So there is a water tank over here somewhere. No gate to get into the sheep area, so obviously we're not going to water the sheep inside. Here we go. This is where you water your sheep. Put your water right there. This American flag on the barn. So your sheep get water here, and then of course we saw the grass trough on the other side. Alright. Let's head on over to farm 18. Spun out. We've already checked out that farm. Actually, we should probably just go ahead and go up here and check out the cow farm and the pig farm. Not doubling back too terrible much. This is a 4x map. If you didn't realize that at this point, this is a 4x map, so it's a large map. These are large fields. That nice long strip of grass there. Prominent front hillside here for the cow farm. Map really does make you feel like it's Pennsylvania or Virginia or any of those East Coast states. Here we are at the cow farm. This logo here, some calves. This logo on the door. Johnson Family Dairy. All of them established 1983. So this area is kind of similar to that sheep farm, but that's not. Oh, this is only distracting. Really just wish we didn't have super shiny reflective milk tank in a barn reflecting outside stuff. Bit of disappointment when I saw that the first time. But over here, everything is kind of textured that red wood, reddish and kind of natural wood color. I like how this building has block up and then wood the rest of the way up. Okay. So here we have the feed trigger, the silage trigger, if you will, and the straw trigger for our pigs, or for our cows. Sorry. And around the corner here, we will have that super roof. Here at the cow farm, things are kind of spread out quite a bit. So we have got a vehicle shed off to our right. Here's that same building, but now with a red building texture. Here is the cow's water over here on this corner. Here we've got some corn cribs. Empty. It would be cool if this was piled up with corn cobs. That would be pretty neat. This just is... That trigger box is just for this gate. The rest of this building doesn't have a trigger. Looking for the buy point or the delivery point for our animals. It was around here somewhere, and I had found it the other day. Completely forgot where it was. But these cows have a huge area to roam in. They basically have the place to roam all the way around the around these buildings. Here. Johnson's Family Dairy, Pennsylvania Farm Bureau, and this is just decoration. There are no triggers in this building. See, it says Johnson's Family Farm, Pennsylvania Farm Bureau. Slurry point. It's going to be somewhere. It's your silo complex. We've got 3 silos. Only one's functional with the spout on it. Silage bunker. Or silage with our cows. Big old shed for storing machinery. Bales. Not seeing a manure pit. It's going to be around here somewhere. It's just not obvious to me at the moment. Okay. So here is the grass trough. Kind of odd that it's over here. But here's the grass trough for your cows. Of course, we saw the silage trough was way over there in that other building. And the water is somewhere. It's big. It's right there. So if anything, so right there is the other feed trough by the tank. If anything, the farms are a little confusing on how they're laid out. Not all the triggers are necessarily in the not manure. Cool if we could put bales up here. That would be pretty wicked. I think it'd be nicer if maybe things were a bit more centralized here at the cow farm. It can easily get a little confusing as to where things are going to go. Let's take this road up to the main road, and then we'll hang a left and shoot over to farm number 6, which is the pigs. Of course, I thought that there was a road there, but there's no road. Go this the old way. That is the pig farm right there. Sign. Test. Brookhaven Hogs. Nice windy drive back into our hog farm. Got our silo complex. It's just some general building storage. Got a I was told what these things are by Rockhound and some other folks, and every time I see that building, I always forget what the heck it's called. Storage there. We've got our fuel. A silage bunker down here for our pigs. And then we've got the pig confinement buildings. So where you're going to buy your piggies? Should open. Okay. See which one of these has. That one. This one down here. I hear our pigs, but I don't see them. Here we have our slurry point. We have our manure point. Do we not see our Piggly Wigglies? Not in that building. We have a trigger out here for one of these triggers is for food. The other trigger is for water. Not really sure which one's which. We're going to need to experiment. But depressingly enough, we don't see the pigs roaming around in the buildings. It would be nice if we saw our piggies that we owned. But we don't. So I think that building starts with a Q. That's about all I can remember at this point. Alright. Let's go over here and check out farm number 7. We're just going to jump across the field here. Farm directly in front of us. So what we'll do is we'll check out Farm 7, Farm 8, Farm 13, the sell points there, and then we'll conclude down at the bottom farm. We need to check out Farm 18, and I guess that's Farm 19 down there. Here we got some more animated horses. We already checked out this one. No, haven't checked it out. Just another farm, I think, with West flag on it. Sure, check this one out. I think we've checked this one out already. Right, because the grain silos are over there and I couldn't figure out where they were. Yeah, I think we checked this one out. I'll check it out twice. Alright, so let's go here and check out the farm that we purchased, which could very easily be the starting farm that most people start out with, since you really don't have a place to store grain or anything without buying one of these farms. And this one really is the one that you can afford right away. It is Hickory Bottom Farms sign. So there's your grain storage. There's another nice old corn crib. Said door would open. Got some animated cows over here at your farm. Again, the same building, just now it's kind of a brown wood. There's a dump point here, but it doesn't really do anything. There's no trick associated with it. Some general vehicle storage. Storage over here. Fuel point. So that's farm number 8. Not a big operation. Wish you could get into some more of those buildings that was animated. Had animated doors on them. I do like the animated cows. Alright, let's shoot down to farm number 13. Farm 13 has 3 fields, 2 small and this huge field here. I've changed it up a little bit. We got some animated cows and we've got corn crib and we got some round bales stored here. This is a massive building. Check out this building. Man, oh my gosh, this thing is huge. You know, the amount of vehicles you could store in this thing. Cow. Massive. Grain bins. Here's another one of those brown doohickeys. I want to say Kwanzaa hut, but I don't think that's right. Kwanzaa barn. I don't know what the heck it is. I just pretend I know what I'm talking about. I'm completely clueless. This farm seems to have multiple storage silos because there was a silo over here that had a fill point on it too, wasn't there? I was just seeing things. Said, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm really an idiot. Diesel fuel. Grain silo. There's a nice cool barn. Yada yada yada. These bales are kind of run right through them. Oh, goody, they have collision. A shed. Then this field down here, we have a crop on it. It's another big field. So you can do a mission on that big field. That'll be nice to earn some dineros. And I noticed this on some other fields that had crops. Right here at the start, there's a square that's chunked out. And my only guess is the map author did that to basically allow you to be able to get into the field with the harvester and not run over crop. So that's my guess. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Alright, so we've got two sell points down here, Renaissance Nutrition and the Bale sell point. We have a pretty big complex of silos here. And we have the dump point in the building. But we got a pretty low roof, so we don't want to come in with a giant trailer that tips up. Trailer with like a walking floor would be better. We have our bale sell point, which is directly in front of those three doors. Spin around because sell point over here, the Woollen Mill. Which I'm willing to guess is for wool. Everett, 27 miles this direction. I like the edge of the map, how the road just seems like it just goes on forever. Here is our Clover Creek Woollen Mill. This is where we will sell our wool directly in front of this door. Right. And let's cut across here to Farm 19, and then we'll end our tour Farm 18. So we're driving over here. Let me know what you all think about this map in the comments. Is this a map that you're interested in playing? Is this a map that you would like to see more of? When I first looked at this map, and I discovered that it had this little $5 million bug, kind of shelved it, and I really wasn't going to do a video on it. But then I started thinking a little bit more about the map and what things I liked about the map, some of the unique qualities of this map. And I thought to myself that, you know what? This map is too neat and too cool to not bring into the channel. And I basically was trying to find a way to get around the 5 million bug. Farmer John's help, thank you very much. Able to do that. And as I said in the description, there's a link to the corrected mod map Lua that you just replace the existing mod map Lua with, and you'll get your 5 million starter cash, but you won't get 5 million every time you open the map. We have Farm 19. We have what looks like a dump point here, and a fill spout here. You would then use one of those augers. Indeed, there you have your dump trigger, and there you have your fill trigger. Alright. And Farm 18 is this way. So like I said, I really like this map, and I am considering this map for a potential play series. Once I'm done the Churn Farm play series. I would do seasons. I would probably mod this map up and put the Snowmask in it. Just so I could play with seasons properly. Here we have Hickory Bottom Farms. Getting nice. We got our bales here. Some background noise. Something going on. This feed trough building for the animals that we don't have. Storage silo. Lots of cool buildings here to basically decorate the farm up. I mean, there's not a lot of functionality going on here. Here's some animated cows. Again, some buildings associated with the cows. Most of these farms are decorative, with a few buildings for storing vehicles and such. But I like that. It gives the map character. It gives the farms a little bit of character as opposed to just being a collection of equipment sheds and a house. Another one of those huge vehicle sheds. And we've got another silage bunker back here. Should we so wish. And of course, there isn't a BGA proper on the map. But like I said, that's not something that's very common in the US. Might be more common in European countries. You definitely use that bunker for your own cattle operation. I want to thank you guys for watching. Again, let me know what you think of this map. Would you like to see it as a play series? Would you entertain playing this map yourself? Did you play this map on FS15? Because it was definitely an Farm Sim 15 map. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you liked this video, please click the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing so you get more map videos. We try to put out map videos 2 times a week, every Tuesday and Thursday. I have been saying for a little bit that I'm not going to guarantee that every Tuesday and Thursday we'll have a map video. Simply because I do like to kind of screen the videos, or screen the maps. I look at many maps per week, and I only bring to you a small portion of the maps that I look at, because I feel so many of the maps that are out there just aren't of the quality that I would like to bring into the channel. And in fact, this map almost didn't come into the channel. But the fact that you buy these farms, and the fact that this is a really excellent East Coast U.S. type map, really makes you feel like you're on the East Coast. I really wanted to bring it in. It's kind of willing to try to find a way of fixing the issues with the $5 million, and I was able to accomplish that with some help. Thank you, Farmer John, again. Encourage you to go check out Delta Bravo Productions YouTube channel. I'll put a link in the description to that. Mad props to Delta Bravo for creating the community and Farmer John for helping me out. And we just ran right through. Yeah, see if we can find that manure pit. Unless it piles up in one of those buildings somewhere. Piles up in one. That's it. At any rate, I want to thank you guys for watching. Until next time, happy farming.